Welcome to AffairsCloud friends. My name is Vikas Rana. In this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for 9th May. Some of the important current affairs you can see is we will be talking about exercise Gagan Shakti that was held in Punjab. Then we will be talking about Infosys that has recently received a certification for artificial intelligence management system, and we will be talking about the world's wealthiest city report that was released by Henley and Partners, in which New York has secured the top position. Welcome to Affairs Cloud. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. Buy our crack current affairs from our application and use Vikas10 code to get additional 10% discount. We have started a new initiative in our homework section where we will be providing 1 year's full subscription free of cost to the student who comments and gives us the best and important current affairs that we are asking in our homework section. One winner will be selected on daily basis and the winner we announce daily, and he or she can collect the reward on daily basis. Students, we have started a new initiative where we will be explaining the option of all the MCQs that we will be discussing. It will help aspirants to revise current affairs via explaining the option. In this, the news theme, relevant topic and importance, they are taken into consideration while choosing an option. This will help us to revise past 4 months current affairs. It will boost your memory and also will help in mind mapping. Then the winner for the 8th May current affair here is Shri Vaishnavi-EK1OZ. Kindly contact us on the number provided on the number here, and also you can contact us on the mail provided here, and our team will make sure that you are rewarded with 1 year's full free subscription. Now friends, let's start with our daily current affairs. First is India's medtech industry is projected to grow at 28% annually, reaching what valuation by 2030? So remember, India's medtech industry is projected to grow at 28% annually, reaching at $50 billion valuation by 2030. And remember, India is ranked 4th in Asia and in top 20 globally in the medical device market. When we are exporting products, right, remember the quality of that product should be maintained, and it is one of the most important thing that a particular company needs to focus on. Apart from this, friends, remember recently Dr. Arunesh Chawla, Secretary of the Department of Pharmaceuticals that comes under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, have recently launched a Meditech Stackathon 2024. It was launched, that is Meditech Stackathon 2024. Meditech is your medical and technology, and a Stackathon was launched here. What is this Stackathon basically? Here participants will analyze various products. They will be solving a problem solution that will be helping to grow, or that will be changing the industries and coming up with new solutions to the existing problems, right? That will help us to boost the technology in a particular sector, and here we are talking about medical sector, right? It is similar to that of a hackathon. So Dr. Arunesh Chawla have launched this Meditech Stackathon in collaboration with CII, and it was launched at New Delhi. This will foster innovation and reduce the import dependence on other countries. Then there are 8 focus groups for these Stackathon. And what are these focus group? That is your cancer therapy, imaging, critical care, assistive medical devices, body implants, surgical instruments and hospital equipments, consumables and disposables, and in vitro diagnostic instruments and reagents, right? These are the 8 key focus areas on which this Stackathon will be conducted. Then if we talk about $100 million, remember on 30th of January, World Bank, they have launched a 7-year $100 million principal protected plastic waste reduction linked bond. It is a plastic waste reduction linked bond. It is worth $100 million. It was launched by World Bank and it is for 7 years. And Citigroup served as the lead manager for this bond. Then if we talk about $32.895 million, on 8th of Feb, India contributed this amount to United Nations budget, and India have earned their spot in the honor roll of the UN for 2024. Then if we talk about $3.5 billion on 1st of March, Asian Development Bank, right? They have recently raised $3.5 billion through a 5-year global bond. Next is, which of the following exercise was recently conducted by Indian Army and Indian Air Force across multiple locations in the state of Punjab? This location is important. Question about state can be asked, that in which state recently Indian Army and Indian Air Force conducted an exercise. What is the name of that exercise first of all? So the name of that exercise is Gagan Strike 2nd. It was held in Punjab and in various locations this was held. This is a 3-day long exercise. Right? Gagan Shakti. Location Punjab. Right? Where was this held? In Punjab. And name of the exercise is Gagan Shakti. It was held by Indian Army, Western Command and Indian Air Force. They jointly conducted this exercise in Punjab. Then the exercise was reviewed by Lieutenant General Manoj Kumar Katiyar, who is the General Officer Commanding in Chief of the Western Command. This Gagan Strike 2, this involved the use of Apache helicopter and your advanced light helicopter weapon system integrated. Then that is your ALH WSI. Apart from this, various special forces vehicles were also used here. This exercise facilitated integration of ground and aerial assets for joint operation and achieving the specified objectives. Then if we talk about Dust Lake 2024, on 19th of April, remember here 5th edition of this exercise was held. This Dust Lake was held between India and Uzbekistan. This was held from 15th to 18th of April. And what is the location where this exercise was held? It was held in Uzbekistan. And from Indian Army, remember, Jat Regiment took part here. Jat Regiment took part in this Dust Lake exercise. If we talk about Bharat Shakti, this was a 50-long synergized demonstration of defense capabilities in the form of tri-service. Right? This was held where? It was held at Pokhran in Rajasthan, if state is asked to you. And here all the 3 forces of India, that is Indian Army, Indian Navy and Indian Force, took part in this exercise. Then if we talk about Milan 2024, this was the 12th edition of the multilateral naval exercise, that is Milan. Right? And where was this held? Location is important. It was held at Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. And this exercise is being conducted from 19th to 27th of Feb. Next, which company or regulated body received ISO IEC 42001-2023 certification for its artificial intelligence management system? So which is that organization? It is Infosys. Right? Infosys, they have received this ISO, that is International Organization for Standard, IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission 42001-2023 certification for artificial intelligence management system. And this makes Infosys the first IT service company globally to earn this recognition. And thus this certification is the world's first international standard on AI management system by TUV India. Right? And this is a leading provider of technical quality and safety services. And why was the work granted to them? So that they can make a management system that will help us to boost our technology, and side by side that when they will be using this artificial intelligence, it should make sure that that is secure. Right? It should work towards the human rights. Right? They should keep or secure the and work towards secure and safety of the human population. Right? It should not work into a negative hands, and it should not work towards anything that can harm the humans. Right? And it should enhance the transparency. This will enhance the accountability, and it will also enhance the safety of the systems that will be using artificial intelligence. Then if we talk about Infosys, who is the Chief Executive Officer? Salil Parekh. Where is the headquarter? Bengaluru, Karnataka, and it was established in 1981. Then if we talk about HCL, on 18th of Jan, Foxconn, they have teamed up with HCL Group to start a chip packaging and testing venture. A chip packaging and a testing venture in India only. Here Foxconn, they will be investing $37.2 million for a 40% ownership in this joint venture. If we talk about Tata Consultancy Service TCS, on 27th of March, Tata Sons, that is the holding company of Tata Group, they sold around 2.02 crore shares, that is equal to 0.65% equity in TCS in a block deal worth over 9,300 crore rupees. The average share price for the sale was 4,043 rupees per share, and as of now Tata Sun holds 71.9% stake in TCS. If we talk about Securities and Exchange Board of India, they have received the ISO IEC 27001 2022 certification for the Information Security Management System, for Information Security Management System at the primary data center. Next, according to 2024 World's Wealthiest City report published by Henley and Partners in collaboration with New World Health, which is the wealthiest city in the world. So according to them, if we look at the options here, remember it is New York. Or which country or which city? It is New York City, right? That is the world's most wealthiest city in the world. Where is it? It is in United States of America, right? It is the wealthiest city in the world. Then the Bay Area, it is of California. It is in USA. It is at the second position, followed by Tokyo, Japan on the third, then Singapore, and then London on the fifth position. If we talk about Mumbai, Mumbai is at the 24th position here, and Delhi was at 37th position in this list among the top 50 of the 2024 World Wealthiest Cities report. Right? Take a note of this. Then apart from this, remember here in the top 50, there are a total of 11 cities of USA, and USA has secured the top position here among the countries. If we talk about Asian countries, it is China that is leading in the top position, and here it is Shenzhen of China. Shenzhen city of China emerged as the fastest growing city in terms of the number of millionaires, and it saw an increase of 140% in the last 10 years. If we talk about New York, New York is house to 3,49,500 millionaires. It is home to 60 billionaires, right? And the total wealth of the residents here exceeds $3 trillion. If we further talk about this data, remember here Mumbai, Maharashtra on 24th and Delhi on the 37th position, and they are the only Indian cities featured among the top 50 of the 2024 World's Wealthiest Cities report. Here you can see New York first, Bay Area second, Tokyo third, Singapore fourth, and London fifth. Then if we talk about rise in the number of wealthiest cities in the Asia Pacific region, the report highlighted that 5 out of the top 10 wealthiest cities now are in Asia Pacific region. Cities like Tokyo, that is on the third position, Singapore fourth, and Beijing 10th, saw a significant increase in the wealth concentration. Correct? Apart from this, friends, if we talk about here of Bay Area, we saw this is at the second position. Delhi and Mumbai 24th and 37th respectively. Next, International Organization for Migration released the World Migration Report 2024. What is the remittance value received by India in 2022? So India received over 111 billion US dollar in remittances in 2022. This is as per the data released by International Organization for Migration in their report World Migration Report for 24. Right, and here India became the first country in the world to surpass $100 billion remittance mark. International remittance, they have surged by 650% from $128 billion to $831 billion between the year 2000 to 2022. The top 5 countries that received the highest remittances here, on top position it is India, followed by Mexico on second, then China, then it is your Philippines, then it is your France. Then if we talk about Pakistan, Pakistan is on the 6th position and Bangladesh is on the 8th position. Remember, USA is the largest source of destination country for international mobile students who want to work abroad. If we talk about this IOM, who is the Director General here? Amy Pop, headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, established in 1951, and there are a total of 175 member states here. Then if we talk about 61.1 billion US dollar, Remember, here China, which held second position in terms of the highest remittances for the longest term, it was replaced by Mexico and eventually dropped to the third position with $51 billion remittance in 2022, followed by Philippines, that is of $38.05 billion, and France $30.4 billion. So China saw $51 billion in remittances, $30.4 billion is for France, and 61.1 is for your Mexico. Right? Moving on. As you can see in India also, friends, most of the students want to study abroad and they are going into various countries apart from India to make their career, to study higher studies and also do various courses. So that is the reason we are seeing that more and more remittances, that the students that are working there, the people who are working there, the Indians that are working there, they are sending money back to India, and that is your inward remittance. And when we from India send money to the Indians living outside, that is your outward remittance. Next, which organization released the report titled Recipe for a Livable Planet Achieving Net Zero Emissions in a Agri-Food Systems, which stated that the annual investment should increase to $260 billion a year to halve the current agri-food emissions by 2030. So in order to reduce the agriculture food emissions by 2030, which organization released this report? So this report was released by which organization? It was released by World Bank. Right? This report also talks about that if we want to make sure that our agriculture food system is secure and there is zero net emission there, then the annual investment in this sector needs to increase by 18 times to $260 billion a year. And this is to achieve the target of net zero emissions by 2050 and to halve the current agriculture food emissions by 2030. Right? Take a note of this. Then if we talk about FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization of UN, right, they released food price index for December 2023, and here the food price index stood at 118.5 points in December 2023. If we talk about International Cooperative Alliance for 2023 edition of the World Cooperative Monitor Report, India's IFCO, they have topped the top 300 cooperatives ranking based on the ratio of the turnover over GDP per capita under the agriculture and food industry section. Then if we talk about Asian Development Bank, they have approved a loan worth $23 million to India for the project, that is India promoting research and innovation through development of FinTech Institute at Gift City project. Next, name the insurance company that has recently introduced Promise for Growth, a ULIP, that is Unique Linked Insurance Plan designed for customers embarking on a journey towards financial prosperity and security. It is Canara HSBC Life Insurance. Right? This is the organization that has recently introduced this Promise for Growth. Right? Take a note of this. And this Promise for Growth, this is a ULIP. This was, and there 3 plans have been launched. One is Promise for Wealth, Promise for Care, and Promise for Life. Then if we talk about Tata AIA Life Insurance, on 18th of Feb, Tata AIA Life Insurance Company Limited have appointed H. Venkatachalam Iyer as their new Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer. If we talk about Life Insurance Corporation of India, here this is your homework today, right? Then 4th, ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company, they have launched a retirement annuity plan that is named as ICICI Pru Guaranteed Pension Plan Flexi with Benefit Enhancer, and this is offering policyholders the option to receive a 100% refund of premiums paid at any time after the purchase if they are unable to continue paying premiums. From this ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company, they have also launched India's first new ULIP called ICICI Pru Premium. If we talk about Canara HSBC Life Insurance, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer here? Anuj Mathur. Where is the headquarters? Gurugram, Haryana, and it was established in 2008. And if we talk about ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company, here who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer? Anup Bagchi, headquarter Mumbai, Maharashtra, and established in the year 2000. Next, which is India's first large language model for the banking, financial services, and insurance sector, developed by Setu in collaboration with Sarvam AI. So, which is that? Tell me. Which is India's first large language model LLM for the banking, financial service sector, and insurance sector? And that has been developed by Setu in collaboration with Sarvam AI. What is the name of it? SISAME, right? SISAME, that is the India's first large language model for banking, financial services, and insurance sector, that is BFSI, and it was developed in collaboration with Sarvam AI. Take a note of this. This will help the people, customers, in providing personalized financial services. And here this Setu, they aims to empower the BFI sector with smart credit decisions and hyper personalized financial services. And here Setu and Savam, they have ensured that model sovereignty and transparency should also be there, along with security in developing these large language models. If we talk about Sarvam.ai, this is based out of Bengaluru, Karnataka. Then we talk about Gemini. On 10th of Feb, Google, they have launched this Gemini. Take a note of this, and this is similar to that of ChatGPT, right? This is also a AI model, correct? Then if we talk about IMPEL AI, on 25th and 26th of Feb, Microsoft along with iCreate, right, they have signed a memorandum of understanding, and this MOU was by the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology to launch this IMPEL, that is iCreate Microsoft program for emerging leaders in artificial intelligence, and this is basically to help the Indian startups grow, that is help Indian AI startups grow. Then if we talk about India AI, I remember this, a tripartite agreement was signed here. This tripartite MOU was signed here. It was between the National Farmers Welfare, it was between the National Farmers Welfare Program Implementation Society, India AI, and Digital India Corporation, and it was along with the Vadvani Foundation, and it is basically to accelerate the AI sector in India. And this India AI, it is the National AI Portal of India that was launched on 30th of May, and it is dedicated to create and nurture the AI ecosystem in India. Correct? So I repeat, that is NFWPIS DIC, and it is Vadvani Institution or Vadvani Foundation that have signed this tripartite MOU to launch this India AI. Moving on. Next, which organization has signed a memorandum of understanding with IFSC to promote GIFT IFSC as a global finance hub? So which is it? It is FPSB India. FPSB India. That is your Financial Planning Standards Board India. They have signed an MOU with International Financial Service Centers Authority, and it is to promote IFSC in Gandhinagar, Gujarat as a global finance hub. This will improve the financial market ecosystem. It will help and nurture the skilled professionals to cater the needs of the expanding financial markets in India. If we talk about then Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency, that is IREDA, they have established a new office in GIFT City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, and this will facilitate the financing of the renewable and green hydrogen projects from here. If we talk about Axis Bank, they have introduced a digital opening of US dollar fixed deposit for NRIs at GIFT City. Then LIC for India, remember, Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Nirmala Sitharaman inaugurated via virtual mode LIC's new International Business Center at GIFT City, Gujarat. Then if we talk about FPSB, who is the Chief Executive Officer here? Krishnan Mishra, and headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, which country has signed a 20-year agreement with Adani Green Energy Limited for wind power stations? It is the government of Sri Lanka that has signed a 20-year agreement with Adani Green Energy Limited for wind power stations. Take a note of this. As per the agreement, Adani Green Energy Limited will be paid 8.26 cents per kilowatt hour, and here the company will establish wind power stations in Mannar and Punerin, that is in Sri Lanka, right? These are in Sri Lanka. And here Sri Lankan government has constituted a negotiation committee to evaluate the wind power plant project that will be proposed by Green Energy Limited. And Green Energy, Adani Green Energy Limited, they have received the approval to invest here $442 million towards the development of this wind power plant that will be 484 megawatt of wind power plant. If we talk about UAE, United Arab Emirates, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of UAE, they have introduced India's UPI RuPay card in Abu Dhabi, UAE on 13th of Feb. Apart from this, an MOU was signed of domestic debit and credit cards, that is RuPay India, and between RuPay of India, and it was between J1 of UAE, and this will enhance the acceptance of RuPay card across UAE, right? Then if we talk about France, remember 75th Republic Day showcased the marching contingent band from France, right? And a total of 75 troops and 33 members French band contingent took part in the 75th Republic Day parade. Then if we talk about Guyana, remember Government of India and the Republic of and the Ministry of the Natural Resources of the Republic of Guyana, they have signed a memorandum of understanding for the next 5 years for cooperation in the hydrocarbon sector. In hydrocarbon sector, right? Take a note of this. And it was from Republic of Guyana, it is Ministry of Natural Resources, and from India it is Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Next, ProPublica won which award under public service category? So ProPublica, they have won which award under the public service category? So they have won Pulitzer Prize, right? The Pulitzer board announced the winners of 108th Pulitzer Prize 2024 under the categories such as journalism, books, drama, music, and other special citations. This Pulitzer Prize, it is the highest national honor in the United States of America in the field of journalism, literature, and music composition. And here ProPublica, they have won the 2024 Pulitzer Prize in journalism. In journalism, right, under public service category. And here Hannah Derrier of New York Times has won the Pulitzer Award in journalism under investigation reporting category. Let me show you here, it will become better. ProPublica, they won 2024 Pulitzer Prize in journalism under public service category, and Hannah Derrier of New York Times won the 2024 Pulitzer Prize in journalism under the investigative reporting category. David E. Hoffman of the Washington Post won 2024 Pulitzer Prize in journalism under the editorial writing category, and photography staffs of the Reuters won the 2024 Pulitzer Prize in journalism under the breaking news photography. If we talk about the options, Erasmus Prize. So, eminent Indian writer and Padma Shri awardee Amitav Ghosh has been awarded with the Erasmus Prize of Netherlands. National Creators Award. On 12th of March, Prime Minister Narendra Modi presented the inaugural edition of the Creators Award at Bharat Mandapam. If we talk about Abel Prize, this is known as the Nobel Prize of Mathematics or Nobel Prize in Mathematics, and Michael Talleyrand, right? He's from France, and he has been honored with the Abel Prize for 2024. Next is, who was elected as the 7th First Minister of Scotland, succeeding Hamza Yousaf? So Scotland Prime Minister elected John Ramsay Sweeney, the leader of the Scottish National Party, as the 7th First Minister of Scotland. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Hamza Harun Yousaf. Right? Take a note of this. Here you can see Hamza, he will be succeeding Hamza Yousaf. And Scotland, it is a country within UK. UK is made up of 4 continents: England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. If we talk about John Sweeney, he is 60 years of age, born in 1964 in Edinburgh, Scotland, and he joined Scottish National Party in 1979. He served as the deputy leader of this SNP from 1998 to 2000 and party leader from 2000 to 2004. He was also the cabinet secretary for finance, employment and sustainable growth from 2011 to 2014 and cabinet secretary for finance, constitution and economy from 2014 to 16 and cabinet secretary for education and skills from 2016 to 2021. And then he was also the cabinet secretary for the COVID recovery from 2021 to 2023. What is the capital of Scotland? It is Edinburgh. And what is the currency used here? Pound sterling. Then if we talk about Luis Montenegro, the Portugal president Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa has named Luis Montenegro as the head of the centre-right of Democratic Alliance as the Prime Minister of Portugal. So he became the Prime Minister of Portugal. Ousmane Sonko, then he became the new Prime Minister of Senegal. Prime Minister of Senegal, right? Then if we talk about Simon Harris, 37 years of age, right? He has been appointed as the Prime Minister of the Republic of Ireland. New Prime Minister of Ireland. So Prime Minister of Portugal, Luis Montenegro, Ousmane Sonko, Prime Minister of Senegal, and Simon Harris, the Prime Minister of Ireland. Then apart from this, remember, John Sweeney, he is also the longest serving deputy first minister of Scotland. Next, here you can see in the picture, John Sweeney. Next, ECI has approved the acquisition of additional shares in Sikkim Urja Limited by how much? So CCI approved the acquisition of additional shares in Sikkim Urja Limited by Greenco Energy Private Limited. Take a note of this, right? It is by Greenco Energies Private Limited. And Sikkim Urja, a special purpose vehicle, was established with the intention of carrying out 1200 megawatts of hydropower project in North Sikkim in India. And here Greenco Energy is a limited liability company which was incorporated in India, and it is the indirectly the wholly owned subsidiary of Greenco Mauritius. So ECI, they have approved the acquisition of additional shares in Sikkim Urja Limited by Greenco Energies Private Limited. Then if we talk about SJVN, Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited, SJVN Limited inaugurated India's first multi-purpose, that is heat and power, that is your multi-purpose green hydrogen project at 1500 megawatt Nathpa Jaki hydropower station, that is in Jhakri, Himachal Pradesh. Then if we talk about JSW Neo Energy Limited, on 24th of April, JSW Neo, this is a wholly owned subsidiary of JSW Energy Limited, they have received a letter of award for setting up of 700 megawatt of interstate transmission system connected solar power project from NTPC Limited. Then Adani Green Energy Limited, on 6th of April, it became the country's first company to surpass 10,000 megawatt or 10 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity in operation portfolio. Next, which organization has announced its first ever partnership with Hockey India for the National Women's Hockey League 2024 inaugural edition of the tournament? It is Anandan, the Coca-Cola India Foundation. They have announced their first ever partnership with Hockey India for National Women's Hockey League 2024 inaugural edition. That means the first ever edition of this, right? Take a note of this. And their main objective is to improve the women's hockey by offering various coaching, training equipments, nutritional support, right? How they can improve their game, their training, etc. And this partnership is aligned with the Coca-Cola India's hashtag She the Difference campaign, right? And this campaign is basically to uplift the women and support for the women. If we talk about this first ever or inaugural edition of the National Women's Hockey League, this will feature 8 teams and the first phase of the tournament will be starting on 30th of April and it will be conducted till 9th of May in Ranchi, Jharkhand. Then if we talk about Yes Bank, they have partnered with Indian Olympic Association for the upcoming Paris Olympic Games 2024 that will be in July and August. Then if we talk about Reliance Foundation, 71st Miss World pageant was held and here Reliance Foundation's chairperson Neeta Ambani was honored with the Beauty with a Purpose Humanitarian Award, and this was for her philanthropy and social work. Then if for Tata Group, on 21st and 22nd of January, the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, they have announced Tata Group as the title sponsor for IPL 2024 to 2028. right? Take a note of this. Next, World Asthma Day is annually observed across the globe on which day to raise awareness of asthma, one of the most common chronic non-communicable disease affecting both children and adults. So this day is generally observed when? On the first Tuesday of the May month. Correct? Then it is one of the most common chronic non-communicable disease that affects both children and adult. This day in 2024, it was observed on 7th May. Then the annual observance of this World Asthma Day is led by Global Initiative for Asthma, and the theme here is Asthma Education Empowers. The first ever World Asthma Day was observed in 1998. Apart from this, second Monday of February, here remember International Epilepsy Day is observed, and this time on the second Monday of February, this is observed to raise awareness about epilepsy, right? And this was on 16th of Feb. Then last Saturday of April, if we talk about, World Veterinary Day is observed across the globe on the last Saturday of April. Fourth Thursday of April, International Girls in ICT, that is Information and Communication and Technology, is observed across the globe on the fourth Thursday of the April month. Next is 7th May marks the observance of the 65th Raising Day of which organization under the Ministry of Defense? It will be BRO, Border Road Organization. It was established in 1960, and this day is observed to mark the importance of Border Road Organization, as this is the organization that is maintaining the roads, highways, bridges in the border area that are inaccessible to the general public, right? So 7th of May 2024, it was the 65th Raising Day of BRO, and it was established on 7th of May in 1960. So that is the reason it is observed on 7th of May. Then if we talk about where is the headquarter of BRO, it is in New Delhi, and who is the Director General here? Lieutenant General Raghu Srinivasan. Then if we talk about DRDO, on 3rd January, DRDO, the Research and Development Wing of the Ministry of Defense, they have celebrated the Raising Day on 1st January, right? As DRDO was formed in 1958, they celebrated their 66th Foundation Day on 1st of January 2024. Army Medical Corps, if we talk about Army Medical Corps, here remember the Indian Army celebrated 260th Raising Day of the Army Medical Corps on 3rd April. Then Central Industrial Security Force, that is CISF, right? They observed their Raising Day on 10th of March. Next is, when was the World Athletics Day observed across the globe with the theme World Mile Challenge? So World Athletics Day is observed on 7th of May, and it is basically to raise awareness about the athletics, that why it is important, how can it impact our health, and also the benefit of physical activity among the children. So this annual observance is led by which organization? It is led by World Athletics, and there is a theme for World Athletics Day 2024, that is World Mile Challenge. The first ever World Athletics Day was observed on 15th of May in 1996. Coming back, if we talk about April 6, what do we observe on April 6? It marks the observance of the 11th edition of the International Day of Sports for Development and Peace. July 2nd, it is observed as World Sports Journalist Day. If we talk about August 29, it is observed as National Sports Day or Rashtriya Khel Divas, right? And the first ever National Sports Day was observed in 2012. So friends, that's all for the day. If we talk about World Athletics, here remember who is the president? Sebastian Coe, and headquarters is in Monaco. So that's all for the day, friends. Now let's go to the one-liner revision. DOP Secretary Dr. Arunish Chawla launched the MedTech Stackathon 2024 in collaboration with CII at New Delhi. Indian Army, Western Command and Indian Air Force conducted joint exercise Gagan Strike 2 in Punjab. Infosys, they have received ISO 42001-2023 certification for Artificial Intelligence Management System. World's Wealthiest Cities Report 2024 was released by Henley and Partners, and New York has topped the list as it has turned out to be the wealthiest city in the world. India has received over $111 billion in remittances in 2022, according to UN International Organization for Migration report. World Bank report was released, and annual investment of $260 billion is needed to halve the agri-food emissions by 2030 and achieve net zero emission by 2050. Canara HSBC Life Insurance, they have introduced Promise for Growth Plan. Then Setu has unveiled Sesame, India's first domain-specific LLM for BFI sector. FPSB India, they have signed an MOU with IFSCA to promote GIFT IFSC as a global finance hub. Then Adani Green Energy Limited, they signed a 20-year agreement with Government of Sri Lanka for wind power stations. 2024 Pulitzer Prize in Journalism was awarded, books, drama and music, and ProPublica has won the prize under public sector. Then Scotland Parliament elected John Sweeney as their first minister. Then CCI has approved the acquisition of additional shares in Sikkim Urja Limited. Coca-Cola India announced the first ever partnership with Hockey India for National Women's Hockey League. World Asthma Day on 7th of May. 65th BRO Raising Day on 7th of May. World Athletics Day on 7th of May. So that's all for the day, friends. Now let's move to your homework section, where we have started a new initiative of providing with a free 1 year subscription to the students who will be following these procedures. So let's start with the question. The person who will be giving me 3 important current affairs of these 3 topics for the last 4 months will be awarded with the free subscription for 1 whole year. And the topics are Axis Bank, Asian Development Bank and Life Insurance Corporation of India. So that's all for the day, friends. Hope you will comment below the right option and the most important ones here. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.